Coming up on Look Today, well, we've got continuing coverage of New York State's regional economic development grants. Got details. And friends of the IBA are on a mission to raise $60,000 in 60 days to save endangered bird species of the grasslands in Washington County. More on that coming up. Plus, we've got updates on LARAC and their upcoming events. I've got those details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome, everyone. I'm Jay Hood Jackson, and this is Look Today. Happy Friday, by the way. Tonight's program, I sit down with Will Severin, Mary Jane Hansen. They're from iTheater Saratoga, and they're here to talk about their presentation of an original play called American Soup. It's a musical, celebrates pop culture inspired by none other than Andy Warhol. Plus, I also sit down with John Auntie Miller and Lucas Garrett. Now, they're two very accomplished musicians. They're here to talk about their upcoming concert at the Strand Theater in Hudson Falls. It's going to feature traditional Irish music. Plus, we've got your weather for the Tri-North counties. But first, these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, we've got continuing coverage of New York State's regional economic development grants. Now, we started telling you about this yesterday. Governor Cuomo announced that more than $755 million in economic and community development resources are going to be spent throughout the state. Now, the Capital Region has been awarded $85 million, supporting about 110 projects. While the North Country will receive close to $65 million. Well, we spoke to Ed Bartholomew. He's president, Warren County EDC, about the process of getting and receiving these grants.
These grants, the bulk of these grants are a 20% grant, meaning you have to find money and commit money of 80%. So it's a boost, but most importantly, the private sector has to come forward with the 80% or matching funds from a municipality.
Now, one of the recipients, close friends of ours, StoreTech in Queensbury. Well, I called up Mark Shaw. He's the CEO of StoreTech. Here's what he had to say.
Again, it's allowing us to have a bigger back office. Our idea is to continue to take the StoreTech model and to bring it across into a national structure. So as we expand out beyond this area, we'll want to make sure that we have a back office that can support any and other locations throughout the country.
Well, congratulations, Mark, and as always, to Ed Bartholomew. All right, in other news, friends of IBA, Washington County, are on a mission. They need to raise $60,000 in just 60 days. Now, the funds will help purchase land for critical habitat that's home to imperiled grassland birds. Now, one of the endangered birds is a short-eared owl. Now, they were once New York's most common owl. Believe it or not, only about 100 remain. Well, we spoke to Lori LaFond about why these birds are so important to the area.
We rely on these birds for rodent control, for insect control, for pollination, and for biodiversity. We're losing these birds. Like the short-eared owls could disappear from the state within less than 10 years if we don't do something to protect their habitat. And this area is critical to their survival in New York.
Now, Lori LaFond will be a guest here on Monday, and she might bring a short-eared owl with her. All right, switching from news to weather. Expect snow this weekend. For a more detailed look, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first weekend forecast.
Thanks, Jesse. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser with their first Look TV weather update here on Look TV. National map shows low pressure is departing the northeast corridor, although there's a new one coming in from southeast Canada that's going to bring some messy weather towards our area. Meanwhile, high pressure in control across much of the eastern half of the United States. But more locally and more regionally, we'll see temperatures drop to about 16 in Albany, 12 Buffalo, 20 in Scranton. So a chilly night across portions of the Northeast. And more locally, we'll see upper teens across much of our area. Fort Edward about 18 degrees, 17 at Whitehall. Glens Falls could see an overnight low of 16 degrees. Johnsburg, Pyersville 14, 15 or so. Could see a few snow showers late with that frontal system, and then we could see a few snow showers early. Partial sunshine, mid to upper 20s on Saturday. Walking out the door, be prepared to see lower 20s with wind chills basically in the teens with a few snow showers, and then we'll see partial sunshine with no precipitation chances on Sunday. Overnight low is 7 degrees, so make sure you have that extra blanket and have that hot cocoa. And then we'll see a warming trend heading into early next week. However, could see some precipitation chances running 40 to 50%, maybe 60% on Tuesday. Could see some rain mixing in as temps will be back in the mid to upper 30s, maybe lower 40s by the time we get to Tuesday. Overnight lows warm to just a few degrees shy of the freezing mark, below freezing by a few degrees. That was your weather update here on Look TV. I'm meteorologist Clarence Ponser. Now I send it back to you, Jesse.
Thanks very much, Clarence. Winter has arrived. Back to the news. Lower Adirondack Regional Arts Council held its holiday party last night. Now, their annual event is open to the public. Now, LARAC in Glens Falls is a creative hub for all artists in the community, giving them a chance to mingle and share ideas. Well, we were there today. We spoke to Philip Casabona. He's festival and shop coordinator for LARAC about their next event.
So real soon we'll have a brunch. It's our last event of the holiday season. That's Saturday the 16th. And it's going to be fun because we have teas from Sensibilities that we'll be serving the people. We have a discount from 10 to 12. And it's just kind of like another opportunity for us to invite the community in if they can't make it to one of our evening events, and just kind of have a nice little event, give them a discount as an appreciation, and also kind of do another real big event to showcase what these artists are really doing for us.
Support LARAC. It's a great organization. All right, up next, I sit down with Will Severin and Mary Jane Hanson. They're from the iTheater Saratoga, and they're here to talk about their presentation of an original play called American Soup. It's a musical of sorts that celebrates pop culture, inspired by none other than Andy Warhol. Plus, I also sit down with John Auntie Miller and Lucas Garrett. Now, they're two very accomplished musicians. They're here to talk about their upcoming concert at the Strand. It's unusual. It's going to feature traditional Irish music. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Then give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. It's Friday, so I want to thank the team, everybody here. Ladies first, Antoinette and Dana. Then we've got Andrew and Drew. We've got Jack and Joel. We've got Norm. And we have the Bat, who is on the mend. Welcome, Bat. Back, Bat. Say that 3 times fast. Over the weekend, that interview I did earlier, American Soup, that's a play, National Museum of Dance in Saratoga. You want to catch that this weekend. Santa's Furry Little Helper, yes, I just said that, is at Orvis Outlet. That's the opportunity to go up there and adopt a pet for the holidays, for your children, for yourself. And I want to also give a look out to West Mountain. West Mountain's opening this weekend. I drive by there all the time, loaded with snow, and we're getting more snow over the weekend. So best of luck, Spencer and the gang. Last but not least, the interview I did earlier with John Auntie Miller and with Lucas Garrett, they brought their instruments with them. So tonight's program, we're going to take you out with them performing one of the traditional Irish songs. All right, tonight on Look TV, Beyond the Headlines tracks, and don't forget you can tune in Monday for the stories that matter to you. Have a safe winter weekend, everyone. Good night.
Mother and father